As I did not do a lot of Al Aire embroidery lately, I decided today to do some small exercises and see what different materials look like together in a small design. And here I will show you some of it step by step. The camera is not very close, so you have to look at the pictures to see actually how it looks like when finished. But still it gives you an impression how to work. And part of it has been doubled in time, so you see it quicker. But I think for the total of this design I didn't do more than half an hour to finish it, which is quite quick compared to broderie d'art, the techniques that I learned at Les Sages in Paris. Of course, the detail is totally different, but still it is hand embroidery, so it might be a good solution for anything that needs a hand embroidery but cannot take that much time or cost. So it's really an amazing option to have together with broderie d'art. It gives you the opportunity to choose for every project the technique that suits the project most. With Al Aire embroidery, you work with the transparent thread, and with this transparent thread you stitch all kinds of materials on top of the fabric. Because this is an exercise, it is just very plain cotton, but it might be any fabric actually, and even on tulle it works really well, and leather as well. It's very versatile. But the transparent thread helps you to feel very free in your movement. The stitches that are not contributing to stitching on the threads are not visible. And yeah, it gives you that really freedom of movement. And I love that. As with lots of other embroidery techniques, you need to get into a rhythm to become very fluent in it and to really talk like your own language with the threads. It sounds a little bit strange to talk like it that way, but it is really how it works. So first you need to get to know your machine, then you get to know the nature of different materials, and then start getting into a rhythm, and that really takes time. So when people think, oh, it's very easy, you just stitch by machine, I can do it myself, that is true, you can do it yourself, but don't forget that there are some basic movements that you need to get into your system. There are some basic rules to apply to get a really beautiful design, and bringing together all the small little details that makes a difference in the result of your embroidery. All materials that are easily gone through with the needle of the machine can be used. So it is like a wide variety of threads, ribbons, cords even. Anything that is not too stiff, that the needle won't break when going through it. And it's applying different types of material in one design that makes it having a more 3D dimension, because some materials are flat and thin and other materials are very chunky. Some materials can be matte, others extremely shiny. I really love the shine, actually, but that's my personal taste. And the combination of all those different materials in different color shades, different volumes, that is like a whole new language that you start to learn and speak. How long does it take before you can do an embroidery like this? That's a question that many people ask. Well, the simple thing is that you can learn the technique itself in like 3 days in the studio. You have a course in Al Aire, a starter course, and then you learn all the basics and you can start exercising after those 3 days. And then what it really takes is consistent practice every day for a longer period, like a year or so. And that sounds like quite a time. That is not to say that you are not making beautiful embroideries in that time. But like after half a year or a year of consistent practicing, it becomes second nature. And that's what you are looking for. And it's like brushing your teeth. It's something you do every day. And yeah, I always suggest to my students, find a time in the day that you can do every day, just 15 minutes of this technique. 15 minutes is, it's so easy. It's just like brushing your teeth or making a short walk. It is a choice to get well in a certain technique.